I'm Ray Couture, and this is Astrological Perspectives. This month is going to be pretty chaotic given that the two major political conventions are facing internal conflict. With the Sun and rising in Cancer at dawn, a moon in Gemini, and the moon's north node in the fourth or home house, we will see some of our traditional values tossed about as though they are meaningless. Cancer energy is concerned with such things as home and security in very traditional ways. But certain efforts are likely to hijack that natural Cancer need and use it in ways reminiscent of how Hitler came to power. Yes, Hitler. So here's the breakdown. The month of July starts out with interesting aspects. Right off the bat, Venus and Pluto are found on opposite sides of the zodiac. Venus in Cancer and Pluto in Capricorn. Venus in Cancer has a kind of laid-back comforts of home feel to it, while Pluto is out there in Capricorn just tearing up traditional social and political structures. So here is a picture of people who, on the one hand, are mostly concerned with their comfort zone, while on the other hand, the social and political structures are crumbling all around them. Sort of, or kind of like Nero playing fiddle while Rome burned, especially now if you consider all the wildfires burning due to climate change. The function of Venus here is to value the home planet. Pluto's function in authority is centered in Capricorn and reduces people's respect for traditional politics and similar social structures. Witness the end of June standoff with Speaker Ryan and the Republicans of the House. The next aspect has Jupiter in Virgo on the one end of the zodiac and Neptune in Pisces on the other end. Jupiter in Virgo here, next to the challenge-minded north node of the moon, shows that it will take some higher-minded individuals making extraordinary efforts to prevent a complete collapse of decorum. No easy task this, since the moon is in Gemini, the sign of conflicting ideas. But Neptune is dissolving the structures of power by its presence in Pisces at the top of the chart for this month. Among other things, Neptune refers to social obligations along with its placement in Pisces. Surely we will hear how one party or the other will destroy the country if elected. There are a couple of T-squares, aspects that include 3 planets, each some 90 degrees apart. The first one involves Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune. Jupiter's desire for justice is pushing against the political and social limits imposed by Saturn in its home of Capricorn, while Saturn is 90 degrees away and heading toward Neptune. The realities of the past are heading either toward dissolution or made to heed certain obligations to the people of this country. The thing to keep in mind is that T-squares form 3 legs of the cosmic table, and the 4th leg, or planet, is missing. The area with a missing planet is where we can expect a degree of confusion or chaos. What adds to the expected drama here is the fact that both Jupiter and Neptune refer to the 12th house of this chart, where we find a Gemini moon. The moon, in this type of astrological analysis, represents the people, and of course, Gemini refers to the many arguments which the people will hear clashing all around them, and the 12th house is kind of a lock-up house where certain things need to be held down. And so from all of this, we will need to make our choice. The other T-square involves the Sagittarius Saturn sitting on the 6th house of corrections and adjustments, Neptune in the sign of Pisces, which reduces all actions to either those that rise above conflicts or those that are bottom feeders. And lastly, the moon in Gemini. This configuration leaves some honored traditions in tatters and calls upon the judicial power of Jupiter to be applied by the people who seek a way out of this situation. What squares represent is a situation which has reached an impasse. The moon In conflict-oriented Gemini, will move swiftly into a grand cross formation. This will likely bring expressions of anger and frustration as the need for new social and political structures become apparent. The overall meaning of the chart for July is that people will be presented with good reasons for people to raise consciousness about the real needs which are not being met. One element of Cancer to watch for, however, is the reliance on home borders for security as well as comfort. Of course, this will not come off smoothly, as Neptune will lend a great deal of emotion to the situation. Its presence in Pisces will intensify the need to beware of the bottom feeders trying to drag everything and everyone downward. But look, since Neptune represents the unity of all life, it presents us all with a social obligation to do our best to serve the highest in everyone. Now, if you know your rising and moon signs, please stay tuned for those as well. Aries, you can catch a break this month if you just let the bygones be bygones. Uranus in your sign has already transformed those of you born in the first 20 days of that sign, but your ruler is now in Scorpio, so you would best avoid any and all resentments. Taurus, overcoming past emotional scars is featured as your task this month. You are happiest this month if you focus on the things in your life that provide real security. Dealing with the past is not always easy, so your heart is restless and wanting to explore a better future. Gemini, you are right in the middle of it all. Lots of adjustments are begging for action now. You are certainly aware of Saturn and Sagittarius this month, so you really need to pay attention. Looking deep within to discover or perhaps rediscover what you really value about life is the key for your happiness now. Cancer, new beginnings are not only possible, they are calling to you loud and clear. Focusing on clarity of communications will lead to beneficial career or job moves with Saturn in Sagittarius. The time is near for a more independent lifestyle, so nurture your home and family with changes that are long overdue. Leo, if you want to thrive, then find ways to serve your community. There are some hidden motives behind some of those nice smiles. Try responding with some warmth and keep emotions in balance. It may be a good time to consider moving to a new location as well. The challenge is to improve your people skills all around. Virgo, you have to make this effort now, Virgo. Move your thought center to your higher mind, or get stuck in procrastinationville while your little mind battles questions of ability and personal worth. Relationships have been non-issues for a while, until now. Maybe time for some fundamental changes in that area of your life. Libra, well, it looks like a perfect time to investigate the possibility of new business ventures. For some of you, it may be time to get off the fence about finding better, more rewarding work. For others, relationships may need to be reviewed or renewed. The most pressing issue is self-development and a better self-image. Scorpio, you may be a little fuzzy on the details of what you are trying to accomplish. Financial structures need to be cleansed of waste that drains your resources. If you are looking for real improvements all around, you will need to roll up your sleeves and dig in. Changes at work will add to the pressure. Sagittarius, your reality is under reconstruction thanks to Saturn in your sign. However, the work involves more than that. It also involves responding to the spiritual forces stirring from within. There is a need to adjust your sense of the purpose of your life. Service as the main focus of your life is your best option. Capricorn, dumping much of the past could be the result of embracing a new you. No need to struggle now. Placing more value on home and hearth is a good first step. Concentrating on improved self-esteem and the effort that it will take is at the core of this new identity. Worry less, relax more, and leave work at work. Aquarius, your finances may suffer if you are depending on various unknowns, all of which could lead to conflicts disrupting your home life. Focusing your efforts on upgrading your professional image could provide some relief. The bottom line, however, depends on your making real efforts at improving your service to others. Pisces. Being the last sign of the zodiac is perhaps why you get dumped on so much. Your consciousness is like a sponge, which has to be wrung out every so often, and now is that time. Saturn is attempting to act on noble impulses, but remains, for you at least, an anchor to the past. Believing in yourself is the key. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're interested in getting a reading from me, please write to me at astroray@gmail.com. I'm Ray Couture, and this is Astrological Perspectives.